roundabout braid. I may or may not have invented this. I'm pretty sure that whatever hairstyle we do that we think we might have come up with by ourselves, someone else has done it before us. But hey, there is a braid which is called a carousel braid, and it involves a sort of French braid technique where you take your hair and you sort of go around a bit like this, but you're picking up pieces of hair along the way in a sort of French braid style. I've only just learnt how to do a basic French braid that goes all the way down the back of my head. I can't even do 2 French braids at the moment, so I'm not up to doing anything fancy like a carousel braid. But when I saw it, I thought it was really pretty, and I wanted to do a cheetah's braid, basically. Something that looked vaguely similar and was far easier. And so I'm calling it a roundabout braid, which is another name for a carousel in the UK. You usually find them on parks, and kids play on them and they whiz round and round and round. What you're going to need for this style are some hair ties, and that's about it. You can do it as a braid that goes all the way down, a single braid, which looks something like this. But for ease of filming, I'm going to do it as 2 separate braids. So what I'm going to do is detangle my hair and split it into 2, just down the back of my head. And I'm going to use my hair ties to separate these off into 2 bunches. You want these to be low bunches, just below your ears. Okay, so that's your first step. The second step is to take a tiny section, separate that out, and you are going to divide this into 2 parts and rope braid it. I like my rope braids. I'm sure you all know how to rope braid. If you don't, go and check out my tutorial. You can find it here. So you're just going to rope braid all the way down and tie off with another elastic, and you are going to do this on both sides. Okay, so you've now got 2 bunches with a rope braid as part of each bunch. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry the light's not particularly good in here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your rope braid and give it a little twist to tighten it up, and you are going to wrap it around the bunch that we've got here. I can see from my sort of viewfinder here that I've got a great big bit missing at the top, so I'm going to try and do that again. There we go. I'm just going to seal off at the bottom with another hair tie. Like so. And you can always take out the hair tie that's holding the rope braid, because you don't really need that anymore. I'm going to do the same thing onto the side. just twist that tight. Now as I'm wrapping, I'm twisting the bunch in the opposite direction, the same way you would do with a rope braid, just to give it something a little extra. And tie it off. Now it does leave a pretty long tail, I have to say. In my case, longer one side than the other, because I didn't rope braid my little rope braid quite as far down on this side as I did the other. But you get the idea. This is what it looks like. I'll try and get a bit closer to the camera so you can see the detail of it. There you go. Now you can see that it's sort of undone itself. The rope braid sort of undone itself. So you've got these sort of this double line going on here, which is quite nice, I think. Has it done it on both sides? Can't tell. Anyway, that is your roundabout braid. I hope you like it, and I will see you tomorrow for another tutorial. Cheerio!